Okay, so here we are. I'm going to check my page to make sure that it's actually streaming, but this feels like, oh my gosh. Oh, there I am. All right. So, I have about 25 minutes worth of content and then we're going to get into Q&A. So, I'm not going to wait for folks. I'm hoping somebody joins me. I hope. Okay. But if they do or they don't, we're going to get started. So, I've been talking about for like the last week that I've got like this huge announcement. And I'm going to tell you that it has been, it's been like the longest week ever. Because I can't keep a secret, y'all. I cannot keep a secret. So it has been really hard. I've actually shared with a couple of people, but I want to actually get into a little bit of introduction and who I am. If you're joining me for the first time, you're like, who is this lady? And all that curly hair she got. So my name is Tyrenda. My friends call me Ty, and my business is Ty Pentecost Photography. So a little bit about me and my journey. I have been doing photography for the last couple of years now, but I wanted to share with you like some things that I am absolutely in love with. And I love being, first, I love to be a wife. I feel like I have been extremely blessed with my husband, and he's been such a light in my life, such a supporter of what I'm doing. And I'm going to tell you, it's just been a journey with him of just lots of love and support. And like, I seriously could not ask for more. I really couldn't. And then, I'm also a mother, and I'm going to tell you, like, my son has been a joy. You know, I was a single mom for a long time, and he's getting ready to go into high school this year and play football for one of the top schools in our state. And so it's just amazing. And I'm a lover, and I say that I'm a lover because I'm a very passionate woman. I love deeply, and I love so many things about like just the things that God has blessed us with. And I'm a friend. I am a crazy dog lady. I have 2 dogs. I have a Maltese named Rico, and I have a chocolate lab named Samson. I love my coffee. Let me tell you, ain't nothing going down the day without some coffee, okay? So if you don't get my coffee, it's going to be a problem. I love makeup, so as you guys can kind of see with how I look now, I just really enjoy putting some extra on my face, putting a little bit of enhancements, you know? I'm also a chaser of light. Like, I'm a wedding photographer who loves beautiful, natural light. If I have to, I will create my own light. If I have to, I will use flash or bring in different things to make certain things happen. But overall, I am loving my light. So, I also am somebody who, I love beautiful gowns. I love women who wear their crowns. And let me tell you a little bit about what I mean by that. And that is, I enjoy a woman who's got confidence. Not all of us are going to be out there and just, you know, ready to get our pictures taken. But when you can come to me and have like an open heart and a open mind, I can do some awesome things with you. Like, I can really, really pull apart some of those layers and just make you feel like a queen for the day. So that's why I say I love it when my ladies wear their crowns. So let me talk to you about a little bit about my business. Again, I'm a wedding photographer based out in California, and I am in the Bay Area, one of the most competitive wedding areas in the nation. I mean, there's so many photographers out here, and we're just kind of competing for attention, and we're competing for, you know, social media, you know, ground. We're just competing, you guys. And at the end of the day, it's really about who you can connect with. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit quickly about like my journey as a wedding photographer. So when I first started in this industry, I literally shot 2 weddings with the wedding photographer that shot my wedding. So he actually called me up and said, "Hey, Ty, I like your work, and I want to know if you want to help me cover these 2 weddings." I had been maybe shooting families, maybe shooting my dog, uh, maybe shooting flowers outside of my office. And it was like, what? You want me? So I literally shot these 2 weddings with him with no experience, like zero zilch. And then I ended up shooting 3 weddings of my own that year. And the very first wedding that I ever photographed, I promise you, I made like, I don't know, $300 or $600. Those clients are still friends of mine to this day. We're Facebook family. And I'm going to tell you, I was so excited about that little that money that I was given, because I felt so honored to be capturing their day. I ended up shooting 2 more weddings that year. I then went on last year to shoot 11 weddings, and I was like hook, line, and sinker. I was in the game, honey. I was done, boom, wahoom. I was done. I was in love with weddings, and I was still working this full-time job. And so fast forward to 2017, and I am on track to do 27 weddings, and I have been absolutely blown away by the kind of support that I've gotten in this industry. But I've also been absolutely overwhelmed. Nights where I just wanted to cry and die, and it just was too much. So that leads me to this announcement. Are you guys ready? So if you know me, you know I've been working a full-time job forever, but the last 3 years that I've really been in business, I worked full-time. I literally worked 9 to 5, and on sometimes I coached track. I did kids choir. I did children's church. I mean, I have been a busy little bee to the point where I have absolutely exhausted myself. And so that leads me to this announcement. And I tell you guys, I couldn't be more excited to announce that I am going full-time into wedding photography. I mean, when I made the decision, it was literally it wasn't a split decision, but it was a decision that my husband and I came to the conclusion that this was the only solution we had to get my family back, like to really bring things back into perspective. So I kind of want to share with you guys like how I made this decision. And it was a scary one, and I felt sick to my stomach. And even talking to you now, I'm like, what have I done? Have I lost my mind? I think I lost my mind, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, like about a year ago when I was still working at eBay, my husband and I, we looked across from each other, and he said, baby, I'm tired. We're at Applebee's. And I remember sitting there thinking, and I hope I might get emotional in this one, because this is a lot. But I remember looking at him, and I seeing the exhaustion on his face, and just knowing that I was really pushing him, because he was the one who did the laundry. He's the one who did the dishes. He's the one who cooked. He's the one who cleaned. He's the one who would pack my lunch before every wedding, because he knew that I was worn out. And last year I took on coaching track, and I was working full time. And I think he knew I couldn't take on anymore. I just couldn't. So I ended up getting laid off of my job. And I remember like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is my chance. But I didn't feel like it was my choice. I felt like they let me go, and now I'm kind of being forced into something that I may not be ready to do yet. And so I ended up booking 6 weddings that month that I was laid off. I mean, that should have been like my sign right then, right? But no, because I'm hard-headed. I was like, no, Lord, this couldn't be it. This can't be it. This can't be it. So I ended up going back to work, and then I ended up coaching track, and I almost killed myself trying to do that. Like, it was insane. So I want to talk to you guys about how God revealed some things to me and how this decision was made, because it was not made until last week. So I was at my mother-in-law's house. I had been praying the whole time I was there. I was feeling frustrated. And I said, God, I need you to speak to me like right now. Like, should I be going back to work, at the end of July? Or should I be doing photography? But I can't do both. And my husband kept on saying, you can't give up photography because, baby, you love that so much. And so I said, no, like, maybe I'll just do a couple weddings a year and do full-time work. And he was like, I don't know. I just don't know if I see that for you anymore. And I was like, well, let me pray about it. And I went to bed on Thursday night feeling like, come on. And so when I woke up the next day, I was like, I still kind of felt like I haven't heard from him. I haven't heard from the Lord. And so I ended up telling my husband that morning, I'm going to go back to work full time. I'm going to maybe book 10 weddings a year and leave it at that. And he was like rolling his eyes. Did you even pray? That's what he asked. That's the first thing he asked me, like, did you even pray? I'm like, yes, I did pray. But it ended up being that day, I booked a wedding. And then the next day, I booked a wedding. But what was the real topper there, you guys? The next day I booked a wedding. I booked 3 weddings in 3 days. And if you're a Christian, you know about the Trinity and God the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, and everything kind of happens in these threes, And so I knew that was God speaking to me right then, right there. Here's your answer. Stop questioning me. You questioned me last year and you took a job. And now I'm telling you that this is what I want you to be doing. And so when I talked to my husband and I told him what had happened, he was like, congratulations. You got your answer. You got what you prayed for. So it was really, really just eye-opening. So like, what does this mean for me now? Like, where do I go from here? Like, how does this all start? So honestly, you guys, the sky is the limit. Like, I feel like I am like, the floodgates are open. I've had all these ideas. I've had all these things that I've wanted to share with you guys. I've been wanting to do blogging and teaching and all this stuff, and I haven't been able to do any of it. And so, like, what this means for my family, like me personally, is I get a chance to be a part of my son's freshman year. I get a chance to be a helpmeet to my husband. I get a chance to, help my husband with getting my son to sports and cooking the dinners and doing the laundry. Like, those things, it's weird to say, but I've been looking forward to doing some of these things because I see the work that goes into it. I see how hard he works. And so I'm like super excited about that. So what it means for my clients, I'm excited about this too. Like, for my clients, it means I take more time and really fine tune I edit every single image, every single picture. My love is on it. But now I get a chance to educate myself even further in this industry, educate more about my editing, educate more about my posing, and how I can draw some things out of my clients now that maybe I haven't had the time to really understand and do. My turnaround times will probably be a lot faster for my editing. I mean, I am a little bit far out for my edits, but at the end of the day, it's like I'm touching every single image. I'm loving every single image. I'm not just, cropping and going. I mean, I'm loving every single thing. And so this is my chance to really fine tune that. For my photographers, this is what I'm excited about. I'm going to finally start to share some of what I've learned over these last couple of years. I've got a lot to share. I mean, I've got lighting expertise. I've got some posing things I do pretty well. And I want to be able to see a photographer take their business and just blow up. Like, I'm not like some awesome guru who like knows everything. I'm just a little old peon out here who fell in love with this photography thing. And now I want to make something happen for other photographers too. I'm a part of the Rising Tide Society. I believe in collaboration and partnership and enhancing each other, and a rising tide lifts all boats. I believe that. And I'm on fire about it. And so now I finally get a chance to do it. So here are some of the things that are going to be coming your way with me. Okay, the first thing is I am going to start doing Wedding Wednesday. You guys already know about the Wedding Wednesdays. So every Wednesday I have been posting like a really cute picture, a really pretty picture of something like, oh, this is so cute, this is so nice. But what I'm excited about is I'll be able to actually go a little bit deeper in that. I'll be able to talk a little bit more about, hey, I'm actually posting this in the thought of that you would use it and utilize it in this kind of way. Like, maybe it's going to be for inspiration. Maybe you don't know what color bouquet you want yet, or what color you want for, your tabletop. So this is your chance to kind of just get a little touches of ideas of how you can enhance your wedding day. So that's what that's going to be all about. And that is going to be every Wednesday. It's just going to be a quick picture on Instagram or Facebook with a little bit of, hey, have you had a chance to check out that pewter gray? I mean, it's the bomb, whatever. So I'm excited about that. The other thing that I'm really excited about that I'm going to be doing is Making Waves Monday is coming back, you guys. I actually fell in love with Making Waves Monday. It was all about my brides and vendors around, florals and everything to do with how to make your day, your photo shoot amazing. This is not just for brides. This is also for somebody who's maybe going to be doing a maternity shoot, or someone who's going to be doing that has a engagement session or a family session. We're going to talk about posing. We're going to talk about teeth whitening. We're going to talk about like how to color coordinate your outfits, like everything to do with making an impact for you and making you comfortable on your shoot day. Brides, you're going to love this stuff. Like I'm actually in the process of kind of planning with a bridal shop now to like talk about like what body types look best and what kind of gowns, and what should you be wearing under your gown? Should you be wearing underwear? Should you be wearing a girdle? Like all of this stuff, you guys, it's just been like, I've been on fire about it. So I'm like super excited. The next thing we're going to be doing is shooting Saturdays. So this probably will not be every single Saturday, and I will probably be mainly doing shooting Saturdays from my Instagram stories, because it's super easy for me to just grab my phone, tell my story while I'm out on location. This is a chance for me to share like what kind of lenses I'm using, what my settings are in what certain situations. Why am I using my settings that way? It'll help, basically, it'll even help me, remind me like to be mindful and thoughtful of like, how fast am I talking to the client? Am I giving good direction? So I'm excited about shooting Saturdays. The challenges for me on that is that I normally shoot alone. I don't normally bring anybody with me to my photo shoots. And so it's going to be a little bit different, like trying to do that and, manage my client. But I have a little secret. I have a 14-year-old who likes money. So more than likely, he will be coming with me on some of these Saturdays that I feel like is going to be a great growing or learning opportunity for other photographers. So shooting Saturday is going to be so much fun. I cannot wait. Now, my baby, and this is where some big announcements are going to be coming in right now. So get your earphones back in. I know if you turn me off, turn me back on. Okay? Just kidding. No, seriously. The next thing that I am like super excited about is Tip Tuesday. Tip Tuesday is all for photographers. This is going to be an opportunity for me to share the knowledge I was just telling you about. I have all this information. I want to share it with you. I want to be able to help you grow, develop, maybe learn how to use Flash, talk about using Bounce Flash. We will talk about, everything from what you should wear on a photo shoot, what you should wear for wedding days. We'll talk about camera settings, what kind of lenses. Like, we're going to be talking about everything on Tip Tuesday. But to start us out next week, which is going to be our first Tip Tuesday, our first official Tip Tuesday, next week we will be talking about the 5 things that I feel like are absolutely a necessity for you to start a photography business, whether it is headshots, whether it's babies. It doesn't matter what kind of photography business. It doesn't matter really what kind of business. I feel like these are the 5 things that you should be doing, or you need to do, or need to set up to really launch your business, really kind of get some things going. So I am really excited about Tip Tuesday, because next week it's going to all be about those 5 things that I felt like really took me to the next level. The next thing is the following weeks after that, we will go into a deep dive on all 5 of those topics. It may not be a Facebook Live. We may need to do a webinar. We may need to do something where it's an open forum, because I want you guys to be able to ask me questions and talk back and give me ideas of like, well, here's what we want to know too. Like, you have your 5 things, but here's what we want to know. So after next week, I will be launching a 5-week course called Jumpstart. And it's all about jumpstarting into this industry. Like, how do I get started? Where do I get my business cards? And I'm going to have free downloads on my website where you can go back and actually be able to pull the information out. So that way you don't have to be furiously taking notes while we're talking. I want you to be engaged, but you'll be able to go back and remember, oh, she had this, I'm going to go grab this off of her website. So for right now, all the education right now is going to be free. So I'm not going to be charging stuff. I'm going to be like, oh, hey, come and do this, and I'm going to charge you $300 later on. No, this is a chance for you to just kind of get some basic freebies, get some information, to really jumpstart. The other thing is I'm going to be doing mentoring. I'm excited about that. Mentoring is going to be something that would cost you something, but it's like invaluable. I had a mentor when I first started doing my weddings. When I knew what I wanted to do, I hired a mentor. And when I knew that I needed help in certain areas, I hired a mentor. I needed somebody to help me with my lighting. I needed someone to help me learn how to use my flash. I hired like a guru because I knew that he was worth the money, because I could take what he taught me and apply it for my own weddings. And now I could see a huge difference in like my reception lighting and all that good stuff. So that's pretty much where we're going to end tonight. But I'm going to quickly jump over and see who's asked me some questions. Has anybody got any questions for me? Let's see what we got going on here. I got some hearts of love from Angela. I got some hellos. Hey people, I got Angela, I got Lynn, Danielle, Jared. Anybody have any questions for me that is on here now? And you can ask me anything. Don't be shy. Okay. If you end up leaving me a question, I promise you I will respond. But I wanted to thank you guys for tuning in tonight and watching me, go through this process. I wanted to thank you guys for watching me go through my journey. I wanted to thank my clients who maybe you were my first photo shoot. I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry if you were my first photo shoot. But you supported me, and you've watched me grow, and you've watched me struggle, and you have watched me just want to kind of break out and just do something big. I think I may have somebody asked a question, I think. Nope. Oh, I see something on here, but I'm kind of new at this Facebook Live, you guys, so just bear with me, please. All right, let's see here. If I got anything. When will you be posting mentoring information? Hi, Marisa. So I will be posting some mentoring information. It's going to be on my website, and I can post that in the link here. So it's a one-on-one in-person mentoring. It's not going to be an online mentoring. I haven't actually thought about an online mentoring yet, but if you are not local and you're wanting an online mentoring, that's probably something that we can actually work out. So why don't you fire me a personal message? But in the meantime, I will be posting a link from my website on this page about the mentoring so that you can have access to that information. Thank you so much for the question. Anybody else have any questions? I think that might be it. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. I cannot wait for you guys to jump on next week with the 5 tips of how I really did feel like it catapulted my business to the next level. And then after that, we're going to take a deeper dive into each one of those things. And I forgot to mention, Swoon Wedding Workshop is coming back. So if you are looking to you need photos, you need mentoring, you need some one-on-one, you need more time to just, you want a class, you want to take a day away and do a workshop. We've got that coming for you. Me and my girl, Megan Trant, did a Swoon Wedding Workshop about 2 years ago. We had no idea what we were doing. None. We knew nothing of what we were doing. And I feel like it still turned out pretty stinking amazing. So we will be doing that coming in the fall. So look for an announcement on that. I got one more question that I'm going to take, and then I got to jump off of here only because I don't really know how to use this that good yet. So somebody else asked, oh, no asked, but excited. Thank you, Angela. I said that you excited, girl. Okay, anyways, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching and supporting me and loving me and laughing at me, because sometimes I do some stupid stuff. But I love you guys, and thank you so much for your time. Have a blessed day, and I will see you guys. Is it going to be next Tuesday? It will be next Tuesday. Bye.